Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Kandis Porter. Let me know below if there's any topics that I can cover for you. When I'm looking to hire a project manager, yes, I want to make sure that they're very technical and understand how to manage that side of the project. However, I want to make sure that they're good with people too. You need to be able to manage stakeholders, lead a project team, and be relatable. The first question I like to ask, tell me about yourself professionally and personally. We all know that we want to work with people that we like. So just getting to understand them a little bit more, what they enjoy doing at work and what they enjoy doing outside of work. That's a nice thing. I always hope that they mention something about other people, whether I enjoy working with a team, I enjoy hiking with people, something on the people side of things. Question number 2, tell me about a project that you've led or worked on and what was the most pressing constraint. The goal of this question for me is to make sure that they understand the triple constraints or the iron triangle, that real focus on scope, time, and cost. Question number 3, what have you done to ensure all stakeholders are aligned on project objectives? This is where I think that communication skills can shine through. I'm also looking for a mention regarding project initiation document or a project charter. There should be a lot of time and thought that go into the document that kicks off or initiates the project, hence the name. Therefore, making sure that they've collaborated with stakeholders early on. I'm also hoping that they may talk about recurring meetings that they've had throughout project execution, so that it shows that there's this continuous communication. Question 4, how have you approached risk management on projects? I really want to understand that they have a clear definition of risk. Risk is always something that is in the future. Some keywords that I'd like to hear: risk register, risk management brainstorm, contingency plans, mitigation plans. The mitigation plan is to prevent the risk from becoming an issue. And the contingency plan is something that you have already outlined in case it does become an issue so that you can respond quickly. Number 5, tell me about an issue you've encountered on a project and how you managed it. This is something else that I'm pulling out some risk management information from them. I again want to know, did they encounter an issue that they had previously planned for? Hey, we had this contingency plan. We knew it was a possibility. As soon as this issue occurred, we put the contingency plan into place and we're good to go. Never really works exactly like that in a real world, but I'm hoping that they don't have a laundry list of all of these horrible things that happened on a project that they were blindsided. I'm also curious what their critical thinking skills look like here. Are they able to problem solve on a whim and put those critical thinking skills into play? That's important. Number 6, what have you done to manage project timelines and how have you gotten them back on track when you saw things slipping? This is 100% pointing towards a project schedule. I want to make sure that they have gone through, developed and managed a project schedule that includes logic. So we've got our predecessors, we've got our successors. When we see tasks start slipping, we see our overall project end date slipping. And a couple of keywords that I would love to hear: resource crashing, that's a good one, and trade-offs in regards to the triple constraints. So we shortened our schedule by increasing resources, which tends to cost more. Number 7, what project management tools and software are you familiar with and which ones do you prefer? MS Project tends to be the gold standard. That is huge in the project management world. A couple of other tools that I've worked with and I know they're quite popular: Primavera, Smartsheet, and there are a load of new ones that are out there. Jira is a very popular one when we're talking about agile project management. So just out of curiosity, I want to know what they're comfortable with and how they have used it in the past. Number 8, tell me what you've done to create a strong project team. This is a big one because as a project manager, you need to make sure that you keep your team aligned and motivated. Some keywords that I'd love to hear as far as this question goes: building trust. What have I done as a project lead to build trust? Some form of recognition and or something fun. We have weekly pizza parties. We have monthly movie nights. We take a team building day once a quarter. Something along those lines to show that they are actively engaging their team and keeping them motivated. Number 9, how do you prioritize tasks? I want to hear about the critical path. That would be my ideal answer here. Being able to, 1, know which tasks are on your critical path, and 2, be able to address that if your schedule starts slipping. So if we're talking about making sure that you keep your timelines on track and you're able to prioritize the work when needed, you should be looking at your critical path. Question number 10. How have you managed change that is associated with projects? This is a little bit of a trick question, and I'd love to hear something about the technical side of things and the people side of things. I want to make sure that they have a formal process in place if a change request comes in that affects anything to do with the project. Could be cost, could be increase or decrease to scope, could be changes to resources, but how is this going to impact our overall project? And look at that from a holistic point of view. That's the technical side. I also want to know how they're managing change on the people side of things. Who will be impacted by this project? You've got to be thinking through those end users or those project stakeholders. I want to hear things that, oh, if this project is to deploy a new IT system, that they're also thinking about and planning for communication to the organization, thinking about training, thinking about resistance management, really all things people, making sure that people are getting on board with whatever the changes are, really providing that buy-in.